of the Lord. Do not forget the works of the Lord. Do not forget the works of the Lord. Okay, our first reading is from Hebrews chapter 4, verses 1 to 5 and 11. Therefore, let us hear while we are invited to enter the rest of God, lest any of you be left behind. We received the gospel exactly as they did, but hearing the message did them no good, because they did not share the faith or those who did listen. We are now to enter the rest because we believed, as it was said, I was angry and made a solemn vow. They will never enter my rest. That is, the rest of God after He created the world. In another part, it was said about the seventh day, and God rested the seventh day from all His works. But now it is said, they will not enter my rest. Let us strive, then, to enter the rest and not to share the misfortune of those who disobeyed. The first reading. Our gospel is from Mark chapter 2, verses 1 to 12. After some days, Jesus returned to Capernaum. As the news spread that he was in the house, so many people gathered that there was no longer room, even outside the door. While Jesus was preaching the word to them, some people brought to him a paralyzed man. The four men who carried him couldn't get near Jesus because of the crowd, so they opened the roof above the room where Jesus was, and though the hole, through the hole, lowered the man on his mat. When Jesus saw the faith of these people, he said to the paralytic, My son, your sins are forgiven. Now, some teachers of the law who were sitting there wondered within themselves, how can he speak like this, insulting God? Who can forgive sins except God? At once, Jesus knew in his spirit what they were thinking and asked, Why do you wonder? It is easier to say to this paralyzed man, Your sins are forgiven, or to say, Rise, take up your mat, and walk. But now shall know that the Son of Man has authority on earth to forgive sins. And he said to the paralytic, Stand up, take up your mat, and go home. The man rose, and in the sight of all those people, he took up his mat and went out. All of them were astonished and praised God, saying, Never have we seen anything like this. The Gospel of the Lord. They wanted their friend to be healed. Where there's a will, there is a way. That could have been the motto of the paralyzed man's friends. They wanted their friend to be healed, and they weren't going to let a crowded doorway stop them. It's because of their faith, hope, and love that Jesus extends his healing power to their friend, not just physical healing, but spiritual healing as well. Not only could the man walk again, but his sins were forgiven. Contrast these friends with the teachers of the law who questioned Jesus' authority, even though they witnessed his miraculous deeds. Which group do we take after? Are we people who strive to bring our friends to Jesus, who admit our own sinfulness and ask God's forgiveness, who trust that God's power exceeds all our expectations, who can't let any obstacle keep us from Jesus? Or do we follow the teachers of the law, more worried about how things look and what others expect? That's the commentary in this daily Bible readings. I'd like to thank my auntie Nancy Bantayanan Quaresma for giving this book, and this gives us information on how we live on this earth. This will be our guidance. And you too, thank you for watching this, and I hope this could also help you in your daily living, no? Especially in making your goals and aspirations. Let us continue to help others by making Jesus near with them. Thank you, and always remember learning is lifetime. Bye.